Reuters, 14th of November 2023, how the arrest of an executive hurt commercial ties between China and Japan. As part of its foreign policy and international relations, China employs hostage diplomacy, comparable to the two Michaels that Canada used as hostages for diplomatic purposes. During his first meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in a year, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is expected to bring up the issue of an imprisoned business leader who has severely damaged their close commercial relations. As plans for the leaders to meet on the sidelines of the APEC summit in San Francisco take shape, the drugmaker Astellas Pharma employee, 4503.T, and other Japanese who are imprisoned or facing criminal investigations in China are likely to be on the agenda, according to people familiar with the planning. According to some Tokyo officials, the well-connected veteran of the Japanese community in China has been arrested, and this has had a significant chilling impact on business, causing foreign investment to decline to its lowest level since at least 2014 and hastening the outflow of foreign nationals. In an interview, the U.S. ambassador to Japan, Rahm Emanuel, told Reuters that he knew Japanese corporations were reconsidering. All right. The CEO was officially arrested last month after being seized by China in March on charges of espionage. He was identified as Hiroshi Nishiyama in multiple media reports. When visiting Beijing in April, Japan's then foreign minister voiced his disapproval of the executive's incarceration alongside his Chinese counterpart. The meeting between Kishida and Xi, which some Japanese news sources have said is being planned for Thursday, has not been formally confirmed. In an email, a spokesman for Japan's foreign ministry said that Tokyo has at different times pushed Beijing to guarantee judicial transparency and to repatriate Japanese people who were being held in China. The assistant press secretary for the ministry, Masashi Mizubuchi, stated that although decisions have not yet been made on future Japan-China bilateral summit talks, including the one scheduled for this week as part of APEC, we will persist in pressuring the Chinese side to take action. According to China's foreign ministry, China has always supported China-Japan trade and economic cooperation and provides a good environment for the lawful operation of Japanese companies in China and their employees. Perilous business. According to Japan's foreign ministry, 5 Japanese nationals are currently being held in China, bringing the total number of people detained since China's anti-espionage law went into effect in 2015 to 17. However, the executive's high profile and the timing of the arrest, which occurred during a massive national security crackdown, also influenced how controversial the decision was. Speaking Mandarin fluently, Nishiyama was a board member of the Japanese Chamber of Commerce in China before, and in recent years, he has been present at several high-profile events with representatives from both nations. 2 persons who knew him, who wished to remain anonymous, reported that he frequently talked about his links to the official world. According to 5 Japanese government sources, who also spoke on condition of anonymity owing to the matter's sensitivity, Nishiyama's detention had symbolic significance because of his stature. In addition to some Japanese companies in China advising their personnel to keep a low profile and not push too hard in sales and other operations, the officials stated that since his imprisonment, there has been a sudden increase in business people asking inquiries about whether it is safe to come to China. At a press conference last month, Takeshi Niinami, the Japan Association of Corporate Executives chairman, expressed concern that people traveling to China are afraid they would be seized without warning. According to Niinami, also the CEO of the massive beverage company Suntory, it is tough to foster an environment that inspires individuals to take on new challenges, given the state of affairs in China. A difficult choice. According to Ministry of Finance figures, Japan's net foreign direct investment, FDI, into mainland China fell 30.6% yearly to 393.4 billion yen, $2.6 billion, in the first 9 months of this year, despite a roughly 5% increase in FDI globally. Since the start of the data series in 2014, at the latest, that sum represents the lowest amount. In a recent poll, half of the Japanese businesses operating in China plan to reduce their investments this year. According to the first-ever survey conducted and released by the Japanese Chamber of Commerce in China last month, just 10% of the 8,300 companies stated they would boost their investments. Sluggish demand, cross-border regulations, and concerns about the risk of investment in China at head office were why respondents hesitated. China is Japan's largest trading partner behind the United States, and experts predict there won't be a significant relationship deterioration anytime soon. However, Japanese companies may find hiring Japanese employees to staff their headquarters in China more difficult. Japan's foreign ministry data shows that the number of Japanese residing in China has steadily declined over the past 10 years, with 102,066 in 2022. If the number of foreigners drops similarly this year, it will be the lowest since at least 2004. Speaking on the condition of anonymity, a Beijing real estate agent claimed that the Astellas case had a huge impact on his Japanese clients, with some declining assignments in China or their families rejecting the relocation out of scare of facing legal repercussions. According to Stefan Angrick, a senior economist at Moody's Analytics with headquarters in Tokyo, even some of the most pro-China corporate executives in Japan are now cautious about security dangers in the country. China's and Japan's economies are immensely significant to one another and are intricately linked. According to him, managing that as a decision-maker in politics or business is a challenging moment.